everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And welcome to my weekly update. So we're going to jump right in this week and I'm going to tell you how my week went. We're going to talk about the WW meeting and how I did at the scale and just some random other things that went on this week. So let's jump right into that. All right, so the weekly meeting topic this week was how to make eating more exciting, how to make healthy eating more exciting. And in the meeting, we talked about how you can use more descriptive words to make it sound more exciting, because a lot of the times when we're talking about things, we said that if you can get 75%, and this is Kim speaking, not Weight Watcher facts, but if you can, I think it's like 75% mindset, 25% willpower when it comes to me, when I am totally focused on healthy eating. And some of the things that we talked about, like I said, was how to make it sound more delicious. So if you're like, I'm having brown rice and vegetables, that doesn't sound very appetizing. But if you say that I'm having some savory chicken flavored brown rice with roasted vegetables and a balsamic glaze, that sounds way better than rice and vegetables, right? So think about it differently in your head. And like I said, just use some more descriptive words, because sometimes tricking your brain helps. All right, the next thing they said to do is set the table and the scene. And sometimes just having some different dishes laid out there, or having your special fun cup or glass that you have, just make the setting a little bit different. Even going out to one of your favorite restaurants can also help as well. And I think that's the third thing was savor the experience. And sometimes if you just go out to dinner with a friend, or if you're married like I am, get another couple friend and go out and think of it not so much as we're going out to eat as we're going out to enjoy our friends' company while we're out to dinner. And I think that if you just kind of think of it that way, then you're not so focused on the food, you're more focused on the conversation. Okay, so I kind of hope that makes sense. When we were talking about it in the Weight Watcher meeting, we did go through tons of examples. So I just think that making your food and dinner experience a little more exciting. Again, just think outside the box with this one. All right, so what's new? Life updates this week. My work day was super busy this week, my day job. And our exciting thing this week is we went and seen a comedian. His name is Bert Kreischer. And we went out and seen him on Friday, and it was super fun, and he's super funny. And let me know in the comments if you have a favorite comedian, because as they come into town, we do tend to go to quite a few comedy shows. So if you have your favorite comedian, let me know who that is in the comments, so maybe I can have a new one on my radar. But yeah, the show he had two openers. One of the guys that opened up for him was super funny too. So we're going to try to watch for him to see if he tours on his own. But this is the second time that we've seen Bert, and I'm telling you, he just does not disappoint. It was a really great time. My weekly weigh-in. So let me tell you about my weekly weigh-in this week. I always weigh myself on Wednesday morning, just so I have an idea of where I'm going to be on the scale when I weigh in Wednesday night. And I got up Wednesday morning and my scale said I was up 3 pounds. I wasn't happy. And at the beginning of the day, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to weigh in because this is ridiculous. I know that I had a couple of higher point days, but I was not off the rails this week. So how could I have a 3-point gain? So, all day long, I'm mad. I'm sure that you felt this too. So I get home from work and I think, I'm going to weigh in because I want to know what the scale says. So then an hour before my meeting, I jump back on the scale, because I want to know what that number is so that I can see where the Weight Watcher scale is, so that I can kind of compare the two to see what's going on really, right? So I jump on the scale in the afternoon, I'm up another 3 pounds. Now I know your weight can fluctuate 1 to 2 pounds during the day, but another 3 pounds. So in my world, I'm going to be up 6 pounds on the Weight Watcher scale, on Wednesday. And I was not happy. I mean, I was not happy. So I went to Weight Watchers attitude, right? I got an attitude. I mean, it happens to all of us. And I need to go back and review my what to do when you have an unexpected gain. I know we just talked about this, but in my head, none of that mattered. So when I got on the scale, I was up 1 pound. 1 pound. So I started doing some research. I do have a Withings scale, Withings, a Withings scale that Bluetooths to an app that gives me all these different types of measurements. And when I went to it, I wanted to find out how I could calibrate it because something's off with that scale, right? I mean, this scale wasn't cheap. It was definitely an investment. But I started doing some research, and it says if you move your scale before you weigh, give it at least 10 seconds to recalibrate before you jump on it. No idea that was happening. I always just grab my scale. I have it tucked underneath my dresser, so I pull it out, I jump on it, I get my measure, my let it do its little thing and calculate all its little stuff, and then I jump off. I guess I never had that big of a jump in my weight before. That made it that noticeable, I guess. So I found a new place for my scale. We're not going to be moving anymore because Kim's not going to have any more heart attacks. So that was my funny scale. I mean, it's funny now that I know what was going on. It wasn't funny at the time. I was kind of mad the whole time. But that was my way in at the scale. I'm fine with a 1 pound weight gain. I was not happy that I don't think I had any loss in the month of March, but March was super stressful for me. And if all I had, I think I had a 1.1, 1.2 weight gain in the month of March. And again, it's a journey. This is my journey. I'm going to have ups. I'm going to have downs. Hoping to have a better down in April. But I'll put a chart here to show you what that was because I am keeping track of that. Over on Instagram, I'm posting my weight journey charts once a month there just so I can keep track of how I've done throughout the year. But I'll post that. Like I said, I've already posted it, but you'll see that here. All right, so I normally tell you now what I'm watching on Netflix. Oh, I am watching something on Netflix, Wellmania. I started it. It's like half-hour shows. I think there's only 8 or 10 episodes. It's getting really good reviews, and it's about a girl, a lady in her 40s, and she's still partying like a 20-year-old, and she has a health scare, and she has to get healthy for a reason. I don't want to ruin the show, but I think this is most of the stuff that happens in the first episode, but it starts to show her on her journey. I'm not done with it yet. I'm about, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes in. I'll let you know my thoughts on the full episode once we get there. After the full series, the season, once we get there. But so far, so good. It's kind of got a little bit of comedy, but I think that there's some points on there that kind of like, I'm like, that's exactly what I think. If you be really good for 4 days, you're going to lose 25 pounds, right? It's not how it works. But, she's trying to get her levels down, and it's a really cute show. I think you'll like it. So if you're looking for something on Netflix, definitely watch that. Not really watching anything new on TV. The books that I'm reading, I don't think there's any change from last week to this week for the books that I'm reading. I did finish up 22 Seconds by James Patterson, but I think I told you about that last week. And House in the Pines by Anna Reyes. I'm still listening to that book, so I should finish that one, and I'll let you know how that one goes next week. I did start a new book on my Kindle. However, House in the Pines by Anna Reyes and the book that I was reading in my Kindle, they were too close in genre. Like they were too close. And in my head, I couldn't keep them separated, so I'm going to take a break from that one on my Kindle, and I'm going to focus on the one on my audio book, And that way I can kind of keep up with that one and keep them separated, because the fact that it was, like I said, too close. I may look for a different book on my Kindle and then come back to the one that I was reading, but I definitely can't read two that are the same suspenseful, set in the woods type books at the same time. I can read 3 to 4 books at a time, just not two that are that close. All right, activity. I am still closing all my rings. I'm still getting in 30 minutes of activity every single day. And I am purposely making sure that I get that in. So yay me, I'm very proud of myself when it comes to that, because again, I'm not an exerciser. So making sure that I either take a walk or jump on my treadmill every day, that's something that I'm having to make an effort for. So yay, hopefully I can report that out to you again next week. All right, my upcoming week, I don't really think there's anything to write home about other than camping, and more camping. Our campground officially opens next week, so I'm super excited to get out there and spend a fun opening weekend. I know that all of my friends and some family out there at the campground are just as excited as I am, so it's going to be a great season. All right, so I told you I'm trying to keep this update really short and sweet, so hopefully that I've succeeded there, because I'm not sure how long I've been going. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I'm going to say again, thank you for watching. Thank you for following along with me on my journey. Thank you for your support. And if you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button, hit the like button, all that good jazz. And with that said, I hope that you're having a happy, healthy, and fun, successful week. All right, so with that said, we'll see you later. Have a great week. Bye.